Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, this is one of the Christmas presents to me from my family, and it was under the tree, and I got it on, put it all together, and I didn't do an unboxing build obviously, but this is going to be the maiden flight. Running a 3200 Spectrum 4S with a 50C discharge. It's going to be the maiden flight. Going to fly in my high rates, and I got rates are 100% throws, 30% expo all the way around, and flaps settings are by the book's suggested mix. And I didn't use the setup file. This is the bind and fly. I made my own, but I went and I looked at they have a little mix for elevator to rudder, and I've got that mimicked also. So right, left, up, down, right, left. And I believe this is model Aviator's warbird pick for 2025. Wind is kind of across the runway, but out of the west. The plane is painted, or the plane is pointed towards the west, and the wind is out of that way. That's the way the plane is pointed. So let's get her turned around here. Go down here to the other end of the runway. All right.
Take off flaps. Starting the party over.
Timer
baby,
set.
Let's fly.
Oh baby, let's fly. Okay. Right, left, up, down. Alrighty. We're a warbird. You get that tail up, and you want to drive her. Whoa! Hold on. Rambunctious. Let me get on the other side of the camera.
Up. Retracts tucked away.
I'm in manual mode right now. I'm gonna have to land her. That prop sounds funny to me.
The gear is down. Landing flaps.
Hold on.
Flaps up.
The prop was balanced. It just seemed like there was a vibration or something.
Motor off. It is safe to approach.
I wonder if it's that sticker right there.
Motor hot and will bite you. Be careful you dump butt.
No, that prop's rock solid. It must be the cowl just vibrates. The cowl does have some, I think what I'll do is when I get back, I'll undo these screws and just put a little bit of material, maybe a little bit of glue or something that I can easily remove around this cowl, around the bead of the cowl, because I think that cowl is what's vibrating. So, but the prop is nice and strong, so Okay. All right, let me go back up and we'll retrim her. I wasn't paying attention to the trim.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Still in manual mode.
Retracts tucked away.
Gets up to speed and it goes away. All right. Needs a little bit of left aileron. A little bit of up elevator, not too bad.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
All right. Inverter's not really a problem. We come back around and test that again. A little bit of down pressure for inverted, but not too bad. It's a warbird. All right.
AS3X mode.
There we go. Fixed AS3X now.
14.3, the gear is down.
Oh yeah, good flying plane.
One minute. ESC 14.28 volts. Landing. ESC 14.36 volts.
All right, all right. All right. Oh yeah.
Braking.
It's got that too.
Cruise mode. Flaps up. Seconds. Motor off. It is safe to approach.
All right. Let's look at the telemetry and what it says my battery has. It says I have 20% left. Okay. So let's see how truthful that is.
20 seconds.
Yes, yes, yes. Nice hatch here. Very, very strong magnet. Didn't really pay much attention to the flaps, how well that mix worked, but we'll 38% left. So I have found that telemetry has a tendency to be a little more conservative. That way you have some battery left over. I've got the 3200 4S pushed all the way forward. CG on the plane is 75 to 90 from this little corner right here back. So I got me 2 glue marks and the numbers are the numbers written on there, and she CG's pretty well level. If I put my fingers on the 90, then she's tail heavy or nose heavy, but right in between, so basically about 80, she's pretty good right about there. So I also got the number, or the 2 glue marks or 2 dots on front that coincide on top of the wing that coincide with it, and again she's nice and level right there. All right, gear is pretty darn quick on this thing. and definitely a good looking plane. Definitely a good flyer. It looks good in the air. Definitely not gonna be a problem. Now I think I got it all trimmed out. She needed a little bit of up elevator and a little bit of left aileron. Just a few clicks of each, and that's pretty much all she needed. I've done no mods other than the clevis that attaches the you can look at the control surfaces. Other than the clevis that connects the elevator, the one they use, there's a little, Gabe, look at me. There's a little nipple there that pins in there. Well, E-FLITE, those little nipples are just famous for breaking and not lining up right. So mine was broken, so I just had to replace it with my own clevis that I had. All right, let's go over our rates. Gabe, can you back up just a little bit so we can see the control surface? This thing sits really low to the ground. And focus in on the control surfaces, please. All right, the ailerons are 100% throws with 30% expo on ailerons. Elevator, 100% with 30% expo. And rudder, 100% with 50% expo. The flap settings are by the book. Flaps up are 100%. Takeoff flaps are a 0% with a 3% down elevator. And landing is a negative 100% with a 6% down elevator. You see the flaps okay? Okay. Now the AS3X settings are pretty simple. They're the default AS3X settings that I used. On roll, pitch, and yaw, 40, 50, and 60. Priority, all at 140 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Nothing with heading. Stop lock, all at 35 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Gains, one-time gains. And obviously I don't have a nose wheel gyro. All right, so timer was 5 minutes. Came back and I got 18 seconds left. And we still had like anywhere from 20 to 30% left on the battery. So a 5-minute timer is fine. I had her wide open a lot of the time. So yeah, 5 minutes is a good solid number. A good safe number for you to fly in on the 3200. The next couple of flights are going to be on a 4000. I'm going to take a screwdriver, try to tighten this cowl up a little bit, because I think see there's a little bit of play in that. I'm thinking that's what's got my vibration, but I'm going to have to put some material or something there, maybe a glue bead or something, to tighten that up to where this doesn't vibrate so bad, because I'm thinking that's because that prop is nice and rock solid. Well, folks, that was very much a very successful maiden. I got her all trimmed out. Of course, there's wind and cross breeze, so my landings were a little weird. But there you go. And Merry Christmas. Well, now it's after Christmas, but this was a Merry Christmas present to me from my son, my daughter, and my wife. And thank you so much, family. God bless y'all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And E-FLITE, you got a nice little warbird here. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Well, hey folks, all right, this is the second battery for the continuation of the Maiden, and I started watching the footage of it and I realized I didn't even tell you what the plane was. This is the E-FLITE SNJ-5 TEXAN, and we're going to take it up. I got the second battery in it, second time in the air. Take it up and have some fun. I don't know if I've worked out the vibration or not, or whatever the vibration is. I noticed that the motor seemed loud, and I took the prop off, reseated it, and motor mount's nice and solid, and tightened up the screws holding the cowling on. That's the only thing I can really do here at the field, and because it seemed like to me it was a little louder, and then when I got up to a full speed it went out, so that tells me there's a vibration somewhere. But it couldn't tell in the performance. She's flying great. So all she needed, what I noticed, was a little bit of up elevator and a few clicks of left aileron. Right, left, up, down, right, left. This time I've got a 4000 4S in there, Smart Pack. This one has a 30C discharge. I want to pay attention to my flap settings this time and see if I'm happy with them. I got them basically by the book. The only thing I varied from the book is the book calls for like 10% and 6% expo. Well, I got 30% expo. I like a lot more expo than that. Other than that, it's right down by the books, what the book says to do the settings for. All right. Starting the time.
The party over. Oh baby, let's fly. Take off flaps.
All right, just a little bit of wind right now, but not too bad. I justify using flaps. Got to get on that rudder. I did that last time. Show ground loop.
Flaps up.
Hear that?
Retracts tucked away.
How loud that sounds? We get up to speed though. But then again, I'm wondering because I'm into the wind. I wonder if that away from the wind, I'm not hearing it. Second flight ever. Small amount of elevator needed to maintain inverted. No problem. Good looking plane.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
A little bit of a knife edge there. I bet she'll snap real good. Yeah.
The gear is down.
Alright, now I'm going to test this flap system.
Landing flaps.
See if I notice any rise. She seems to be pretty solid.
Time remaining 3 minutes. Flaps up. Retracts tucked away.
Actually, sounds pretty good, to be honest with you. Alright.
Landing flaps.
Yeah. Landing flaps, and you can't even tell.
Up.
She just slows down a little bit, which is what you want.
The gear is down.
Alright. Coming by dirty. Good flying plane. Well, that's an E-FLITE plane. That's what I expect from E-FLITE. There, gears down, doing a knife edge. Alright, let's do a no flap landing this time. It's got an AR631 Spectrum receiver in her. That's the bind and fly. I got her all stock. I didn't even give her a clear coat. All I did was replace the elevator clevis. All right. Still got 2 minutes.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Good flying plane. Good looking plane. All right, we're going to take off no flaps this time. No flaps.
Retracts tucked away. ESC 14.32 volts. ESC 14.27 volts. The gear is down. Landing flaps up.
Man, I just can't get over how good this plane looks in the air. I love the colors.
Braking. Cruise mode.
Braking works real well.
1 minute.
All right, let me check my telemetry on the monitor and see All right, according to that, I still got 30%. I'm gonna go up one more time. One more quick up and down. Not even gonna take the gear up.
ESC 14.31 volts. 30 seconds. Twenty seconds. Braking.
Braking is very.
Cruise mode. Motor off.
All right.
Safe to approach.
According to the telemetry on the screen, I have 20% left. So, motor's off. I'm thinking I'm actually going to have more like 30% because I found that the telemetry seems to be a little conservative. All right. I still want to check it physically because that's just the way I am. All right. 40%, so I'm good. Gabriel, if you would come here and let me show the inside. I've already shown you the controls and everything in the Maiden, nothing's changed. That's the AR631, that's how they have the receiver antenna mounted. That's where I've got the 4000. Now I've got it just meeting with the bulkhead. The 3200, I had it tucked just under there. But that's where I've got nice, strong latch, very strong magnets. And there you go. Well, folks, that is the E-FLITE SNJ-5 Texan, just released from Horizon Hobby, I guess about 3 or 4 months ago. I got it for Christmas from my family. It's a good flying plane. Looks really good in the air. I guess that's just how the motor sounds because everything is rock solid. The cowling's on there good. I reseated the prop. The motor mount, I didn't notice any off camera. I really got a hold of it. I didn't feel anything vibrating there. Might be the dummy radial, might be the way the air goes through it because I'm going into the wind maybe. I don't know. But she flies fine and she's in good shape. So, all right, well, thank you so much for watching. Gabriel, thank you for filming. This is the SNJ-5 Texan from E-FLITE. And this is Fat Guy Flies RC saying God bless y'all. Y'all have a good year. And don't forget, faith, family, and friend, God is good, and good old warbirds. Bye-bye.